Hey guys, welcome to today's restorative yoga, focusing on hips, and we'll be up against the wall. You'll need a couple of blocks, or if you have really large books you can use them instead, a couple of blankets and a bolster. Set your mat up against the wall and move your bum up against the wall with the legs straight up towards the ceiling. You can be as close to the wall as it's comfortable. If this is a little bit too much on the low back, you can move a little further away. You also have an option to put a blanket or if you have anything else soft under the back of the pelvis, if you need to support the low back, or maybe even under the back of the head if the chin's tilted all the way to the ceiling. Let your arms rest wherever it feels most comfortable, and then start to let the breath slow down. Noticing the in-breath as it slowly moves into the body, and then the out-breath as it exits. Letting the stomach expand slowly as you inhale fully, and then drop back down as you breathe out. Relax your jaw, your tongue, your eyes, and begin to let everything get just a little bit heavier with every single breath that you take. Please know that at any time you can stay in the poses for longer. You can pause this recording and then hit play again when you're ready to resume. And if the body is a little bit tight on one side, a little more so than the other, you can always stay on that side for as long as you need. Really listening to your body and what you need today. Now just allow your mind to relax, observing each body part and what state the body part's in. Everything getting heavier as you simply just breathe and let the body soften. Again, please remember to stay as long as you like. When you're ready to move on to the next pose, bend the right knee, bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh, moving into a reclined half butterfly up against the wall. Have a couple of options here. If you feel that you need to support the body, you can place a blanket or block under the outside of the right thigh, just if you feel that you're tipping over to the right, to allow the foot to stay towards the inner left thigh. If you need something a little higher, you can always use the bolster, or if you're using a pillow instead, you can place that there. Make sure that you set the body up so you're comfortable, so you can relax, and you can allow everything to soften down, really gaining space where the body needs it. So once you have yourself in position, just start to let go. Let the breath again deepen. Let the hips get heavy. As the arms are wherever they feel best, whether it's arms wide or maybe even back behind you. again, you're welcome to stay if you like this pose and this side. You can stay as long as you need. Whenever you're ready to move on, we'll begin to open the right leg over to the right side. So for a half dragonfly pose, again supporting the leg with something under the outside of the right thigh, just to make sure that the left hip stays on the ground. You can always use your blocks instead. As the body starts to let go and open up, you can move the props further out or even turn them down a little lower. Or if you have more than one stacked on top of the other, you can take one off. Just allowing the body, first of all, support, space to open, and then slowly letting it develop from there. Breathing nice and deep, nice and slow. Let your tongue feel like it's softening down through the back of the throat. The neck gets a little bit heavier as it melts down behind you. Let your body relax. And breathe deep, deep into the stomach and the lower back. Also staying here if it feels good. When you're ready to release, bring the right hand to the outside of the right leg. You can always bend the right knee just a little and guide the right leg back up the wall to meet the left. Taking your time to do so. Allowing the body to stay calm and relaxed. If there were any other props that you used for the first pose that we took, now take them over to the left-hand side and stack them up as much as you need. You might need more on one side than the other, just depending on how tight the body is, what's happening on one side compared to the other, etc. As you now bend the left knee, bringing the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh for a reclined half butterfly against the wall. And just test it out. If you need more props, stack them up. The arms rest, making sure the right hip stays grounded. And let the body start to relax further and further into the mat. now we continue to balance it out. Whenever you're ready, extend the left leg out to the left side. Again, using as much as you need. You might need more or less props. Making sure the right hip stays on the ground. The left leg's open to a half dragonfly. You can always extend the props further out so they're supporting the calf or maybe the foot. Place them wherever it feels best for your body. As you start to allow the groin to open all the way to the knee, the calf, and the left foot. Notice if you're tensing the body anywhere, in the jaw, in the face, maybe the hands, or even the low back. Scan your body. Start at either your toes, or your head, or your fingers, and observe each body part at what state it's in, and how you could possibly relax it just a little bit more, maybe using your breath, allowing the out-breath to soften those areas, thinking of those spaces, and when you breathe out, think relax or let go, or any other words that help you to find even more relaxation and surrender. Breathing nice and slow. And again, please stay on this side as long as this side needs. When you're ready, use your left hand. Bring it to the outside of the leg. You can always bend the knee as well. Slowly bring the left leg back up to meet the right. You can take any movements, whether that's lifting the hips, rocking the knees side to side, maybe straightening and bending the legs, moving the feet. Move to what feels good for you. And then we move into a reclined full butterfly with the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. Allow the hips to be grounded. The feet to slide down towards the groin as far as it's comfortable for your body for today. The arms rest wherever it's comfortable, and if you need support for the body here, if you feel that you're tipping a little more to one side than the other, grab a block and place it on the side that you're tipping so you even the pelvis out so both sides stay on the ground. You can always put a block under the outside of each thigh if you feel that you're tensing your legs to keep them in position, or keep the feet touching. Allow the legs to relax completely. From the pelvis up to the head to soften down. The arms are placed wherever they feel best as you allow yourself to relax fully. And again, taking your time, staying here as long as you need. When you're ready to release the pose, bring your hands to the outside of the knees and guide them back towards one another. So the soles of the feet come against the wall surface. The low back stays grounded. And then toe heel the feet out a little wider than the hips, moving into, it's almost like a squatting position against the wall. So the knees start to fall down towards the underarms. If it's comfortable, you can let the knees go, or you can use the hands to support the legs. So just placing the palms or the heel of the hands just against the lower part of the thighs near the knees. Make sure that the elbows are on the ground. You can always pad the elbows using a blanket on each side if they don't rest easily. And if you prefer, instead of using the hands, you can always use blocks as well. So you'll place one block on each side, most probably using the tall side of the block with the block slightly angled in, supporting the thighs. And then allow the body to relax here. Allow the low back to get heavy. If it feels quite intense on the low back, you're welcome to move a little further away from the wall. It'll give you a little bit more space. Once you have found the position that feels the best, tell yourself that it's okay to let go. That it's okay to surrender further than you have already the entire class. And allow that to continue with every single breath. Slowly breathing in, filling up, and slowly and calmly breathing out, letting go. And staying in this pose as long as you need. When you're ready to release, just guide the legs back towards one another. You can either let the knees rest at the chest or raise them back up the wall. And again, take any movement that feels good. Let it be nice and calm and slow, just to allow the space that you develop to remain. Still breathing nice and slow. And when you're ready, we'll move into a full dragonfly pose with the legs open wide. So the left leg opens to the left side, the right leg to the right side. And again, here you can support the body, whether it's blankets under the outer hips, you can roll them up and wedge them so the legs are supported, or maybe blocks stacked up under the outer thighs. Or if you have some extras, you can put a couple under the outer shins or the feet. Allow the body to be supported enough so it can relax completely. The arms are placed wherever they feel best, allowing everything to start to melt just a little bit further. Can you allow the body to relax that extra little bit by slowing your out breath down? Count how long it takes to breathe in, and then add 1 or 2 counts on, allowing the exhale to be just a little bit slower, a little bit calmer. again, staying here as long as you need. It might feel amazing. When you're ready to release, bring the hands to the outer legs and guide them back towards one another. And again, you can softly bend the knees if that'll help it to feel more comfortable. And taking your time, allow a little bit of movement in. Whatever feels most suitable for you right now. Moving calmly, moving slowly. Really keeping the space that you've already developed. If you do have any props in the way on either side of the mat, just move them to the side now as we prepare our space for a twist. So bring the knees together, let them come down towards the chest, bringing the arms wide. The legs move all the way over to the left side. If it's quite uncomfortable for the legs to move all the way down to the ground, please place blocks or blankets under the outside of the left thigh, maybe the calf as well. And if it's quite intense on the low back, you're welcome here to place the bolster in between the knees and the ankles, just helping to give that extra relief to the low back. The arms can rest wide if that feels comfortable for you, and if it's suitable for the shoulders, the palms are face up. The chin can face straight up to the ceiling, or maybe throughout the duration that we're here in this pose, you can slowly start to turn the head over towards the right shoulder. Again, supporting the body as much as you need. If this becomes uncomfortable at all, please place something under the outside of the left leg or between the knees. Really allowing yourself to be able to let go. If you know that this side of your body is tighter than the other, you can stay. When you're ready, slowly bring the legs back to the center, taking your time, moving nice and calmly. You can place any props over to the right side in your own time that you may need if you needed them on the left. And again, let the knees come to the chest, the arms can come wide as the legs come all the way over to the right side, supporting whatever way you need, whether it's the bolster between the knees and the ankles, blankets under the outer thighs, or maybe blocks under the outer thighs. The legs don't have to come all the way to the ground, just wherever it feels best for your body. So if you do have a restriction, please be aware of that. And the arms rest. Maybe they come out wide with the palms face up again. The chin can be face up, or maybe turning it slowly throughout the duration again towards the left shoulder. If that causes too much, you can always just bring the chin back to the center, looking straight up, but with the eyes closed. Slowly breathing in and out. here on the right side as long as you need. When you're ready to release the pose, take any props out of the way. You can bring the legs back to the center, slowly moving or finding a nice calm stillness if that feels better. You can always let the knees rest towards the chest, the low back towards the ground. And when you're ready, we'll slowly make our way away from the wall. You can take your time, whether that means rolling off to the side or if it feels better to wriggle back away from the wall. But bring yourself away and take the props with you. Again, taking your time. Just notice how the body's feeling, how calm it feels right now, how much space you feel you have. As we'll now set up for our resting pose. In today's Shavasana, we'll use 2 blocks on their tall side, placed about a hip width position. And then the bolster will go directly on top of those blocks, with a blanket then on top of the bolster. So for me, I like it a little taller because my legs are quite long. If you'd like it a little shorter, you can bring the blocks down to their medium side, or you can just use the blocks and the bolster instead. Bring your calves up onto the props. You can wriggle your bum up or move it further away, whatever feels best for you. Wherever it feels that you can relax your legs completely, you'll find the right position. With the other blanket, you can place it over the abdomen, a sense of security, resting on the upper thigh, the abdomen area, so you can relax just a little bit further. Then again, let the arms rest, maybe bring them out wide with the palms face up. As you allow from the toes down to the pelvis to get heavy. And from the pelvis up the torso to the shoulders to relax further. From the shoulders down to the fingers, to soften, to feel like everything's melting. And then your head, your neck, your face, to relax back, to get heavier towards the mat. Let it feel like it's melting past the mat, past the ground. Everything's so heavy and so calm and so relaxed. It's even more relaxed, a deeper space of surrender than you've been the entire class, as you simply just allow yourself to be now. Any deepening of the breath, let it now shallow, moving into the chest as you let go. And taking your time, you can stay here as long as you like. If you'd like a really long Shavasana, please just stay. You can allow the sound of my voice to just wash over you. If you're ready to move on, take a deeper breath and begin to allow little movements back into the body. Letting the movements start small and grow until you feel that you can maybe stretch the arms back behind you. And whenever you're ready, bringing the legs in towards the chest. And taking your time, you can rock gently here, or bring yourself over onto the most comfortable side into a supported fetal position. Letting the body relax. You can use props under the ear. You can just place the bicep under the ear, using it as a pillow. Still breathing in nice and slow. Breathing out nice and calmly, feeling a grounded sensation. you're ready, slowly press yourself upright to a comfortable seated position. You're welcome here to use the props to find comfort. You can either sit cross-legged, maybe sitting on the heels, whatever feels best. I invite you to either let the hands rest on the legs or bring the hands to heart with the eyes closed, just giving respect to ourselves, to the time that we've spent slowing down, breathing, connecting. We now bow in thanks. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to slow down, to give the mind and body some space to breathe, to feel better. Have an amazing day, and hopefully see you again soon. And please comment, let me know what you liked, what you'd like to see more of. Subscribe and share this to anyone else that you feel that might benefit from slowing down and getting some relaxation in their day. Namaste.